An amusing incident. It was the season of weddings. I was told that the period starting in the middle of January and ending in the middle of February marks the Indian harvest month. Traditionally, this is the month where many weddings take place in Hindu families. Also, because the demand is so great, there is a likelihood of several weddings taking place in the same temple. For instance, in the Great Mother's Temple in Little India, on any Sunday during the period there will be 2 or 3 weddings in the morning and another 2 or 3 in the evening. Perfect timing is adhered to so that there is no confusion, but frequently, as I found out, there is. When I received Kalyani's invitation to her wedding, I made a note of it in my diary. She had been my schoolmate, older by a few years, and had sort of adopted me as her kid brother when I turned up for secondary 1. I had got along well with her, so naturally I was happy to attend her wedding, though I was a little sorry that I had not kept in touch with her since she left school. I decided to dress for the occasion and borrowed an Indian-style shirt from Gopal, my next-door neighbor. On the day of the wedding, I arrived at the Great Mother's Temple in good time and started looking about for anyone I knew. I saw no one and so went to sit quietly in a corner, on the side where the gentlemen were sitting. The groom arrived and I congratulated Kalyani silently. She seemed to have made an excellent choice. He looked like a little mouse who, knowing Kalyani, would probably be completely dominated all his life. I smiled to myself at the poor man's fate. Then Kalyani was escorted in. She looked resplendent in a beautiful purple sari. From where I was sitting, I could not see clearly, but I thought she had changed a little since she left school. She looked a little plump now and wore glasses. I shook my head, remembering that Kalyani was a school athlete and rather slim the last time I saw her. Anyway, I settled down to wait out the long ritual. My main concentration was on my legs, which were aching like crazy because I was not used to sitting cross-legged on the floor. As soon as the wedding was over, a queue formed to congratulate the couple and I joined in. I was excited as I moved along the queue. I couldn't wait to see the expression on the bride's face. When I arrived and handed her the present, she looked up and flashed a beautiful smile, and only then did I realize that the surprise was entirely mine. It was not Kalyani at all. I had just attended the wrong wedding. To mask my shock, I smiled broadly anyway. I was treated like a guest. The bride and the groom must each have thought that I was the other's guest. I then went to look for the correct wedding party in the waiting area. Sure enough, there stood Kalyani, slim and athletic as ever and dressed in her favorite colute yellow. I walked up to her and she introduced me to her friends as her Chinese little brother. I realized that I was in deep trouble. I had just given the present meant for her to a complete stranger.